Okay everybody, it is May, the grass is green, it'll be time to cut this hayfield before you know it. So I figured out with the bales that we have left, we have enough bales for about 3.5 or 4 weeks. So that'll do us really good into the growing season. It's already greened up a lot. This is the area over here that I said was doing so well. It's like a separate hayfield. But this area, it gets pretty sandy, and you can see these remnants of weeds. We have a hand cultivator. It's actually an antique hand cultivator. We brought out a garden rake and 2 buckets full of hayseed. And we had round bales here in previous years, and it's not as noticeable there, but here, this had all last year to grow back in, and it's just spreading really slowly, even though we had let this go to seed. In all of the surrounding area. So, just to give you an idea, we're not quite up to my knee, shin height, but in this sandy area, it really needs some seed, and if I don't get some seed here and get some grass growing, it just gives more chance for that weed to get in here, and it gets so prolific. So this next row up, I think that's all ragweed that's growing. And with that little cultivator, it goes so well. So my workers keep bailing on me. As always. The main thing is we're too far from the house. There's the house. We're in the evening. See those rays of sun trying to get through? They've thoroughly chemtrailed us out. They worked real hard at it yesterday. They did not get their rainstorms today that they were hoping for. We just got cloudiness and wind. But over Wisconsin, there's some weather coming in. The wind's bringing it. And I'm glad we're doing this because I realized these are our dirt piles that were brought in. When they dug out the dirt piles, they brought in rocks. There are giant rocks in here, but they're scrap metal, and the kids climb through here sometimes when we're working, but there's big rocks. So if I need some big rocks for some garden areas, they're just right here on top. But last year I saw the deer always climb through here. I saw some paper wasp nests, and people actually pay money for those. They sell them to the university for venom, and then they use it for immunotherapy. So it's real neat. We have these real nice walnut trees that grow right in the middle of our field. There's one more down there. So it's just nice little thing to do before the rain, huh, Bethy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mommy, I found a butterfly castle. This is the butterfly castle.
That is right. We do get butterfly castles. This creek area has
beautiful butterfly crown castles. It has beautiful bow crowns at all. And it has the cutest queen and the cutest princess. And then here comes polka dot castle.
Here we've got it worked up. Inadvertently some corn is in it, but that's okay. Oh my. I told the boys we're gonna fill this bucket up all the way down that whole row. In 20 or 30 feet here, they have used almost my 5-gallon bucket full. So it's gonna grow, and it's gonna be dense. But that's it for that section. I'm finding there's some orange string, the bale twine. So we're cutting out that. I don't want to get it all caught up in the hay equipment. So I'm just going to cover this over and let it rain. And hopefully it'll start to grow. We're just hoping to keep them out of there so that we're not having to do maintenance that's unnecessary. But as you can see here, I have a line on the ground from a round bale sitting. And I'm going to want to reseed that anyway. So yes, I will bring over some more seed because where the round bales were from last year, it probably needs some seed there too. So we'll do a little touch up. Do a little touch up this week. It's supposed to rain, so it'll be real good for it. Hey everyone, so I am back out at the hayfield doing a little bit of maintenance. So the rest of the round bales have been fed, and this is what is going on today. I have a dirt patch row among all this beautiful hay. Right over in this area is where we reseeded. And then here, this area here is where the tire tracks were. It is just growing up tremendously. So right here where the Dodge is parked, we're in an area we've been driving on for the tractors and coming in and out of the field. So it's always a little shorter than the rest of the field. So we've got some starts of clover coming up through here, a little bit of alfalfa and grass. It'll take a little while. The day I planted it, we got a rain. The beginning of the video, I believe it said May 9th. So we are at June 7th today. And I know I'm going to be a little late on posting this because I have a backlog of videos for you. So I got a bucket full of hayseed. This is hayseed from our combine from last year. So I've got stems and stuff in it. It hasn't been cleaned. But real nice. We've got our clovers in here, different types of grasses. And I am just broadcast spreading this. Now, I had told you in the first video, Murdoch went through here and he used an entire bucket in an area half this length or a third of this length. So we're going to walk down there and see how that's doing. But I just grab a handful of this and I scatter it out. I have a Scott's hand seeder, and you know that thing will not go. The seeds don't come out. If I want to sit there and shake it like a sieve, then they will. So today's going to be in the high 70s. We've had lots of warm, sunny weather, and the hayfield has been growing great. Off and on rains. Just enough to keep us out of the field. So hopefully, there's an 80% chance of rain coming up in a couple of days. Hopefully the day after that, it'll dry out and we can just get right at cutting the hay. We have about 200 bales in the barn right now. And of course I'm feeding cows. So I go through 6 to 9 bales a day. And I believe we have anywhere from 13 to 16 cattle right now. I say cows, it's everybody, boys and girls. So, they're growing and they're going to need more food. Yes, Bethany? No, because we're working right now. Yeah. Maybe. So I might throw a little hayseed behind me in that area. It's a little sparse because I had run out. So I'm going to rake that up. And I'm using a garden rake on this today. Last time I used the cultivator, so I got a little deeper tillage. But nobody wanted to come with me today. Bethany came out. Jackson the Dodge holding George. And the other guys are just saying it's too warm. Oh, it's about 73 to 75 degrees right now. And it's going to be 81 later today. So I really wanted to get out here and get this done. I have to share with you this awesome discovery. I had talked in the beginning about milkweed. This is a milkweed plant I pulled out. Look at this root. The root was growing across the top of the soil, and this bit was exposed. That milkweed grows kind of like a blackberry or a raspberry bush does. More shoots keep popping up off of that root as it goes. And there's just 1, 2, 3, like 13 little ones popping up. And then these 2 mature ones. So that just keeps supplying those butterflies with more and more pollen. But not in my hay row. I don't know if milkweed's poisonous to other livestock or not. You'll have to let me know. But if we see it, you know, growing in a row like this, we're gonna pull it out. Come on guys, let's go for a little walk. Come on. We're gonna go way down that lane. Little happy boy here. You look at that. Jack's over there enjoying some music. My music headphones were down and I had to do a little work on them. Now everyone's got them except for me. All right, let's go for a walk. There's little Bethy walking up ahead. We're about to get into the deep, deep grass. I raked this all over with my garden rake. I'm gonna have to get another one of those. I heard a little crack when I was raking. Those replacement handles never really seem to work out well. I've got all kinds of questions for you guys today. If you know of a good replacement garden rake handle, let me know, because I've got other tools around here. I had a nice 3-prong pitchfork last year, and wouldn't you know that broke off and I was having trouble. So this is what we mean about driving in the hay. So we drove through here to plant trees right after I had reseeded this field. And it was tall, but it wasn't quite this tall. So everywhere we drove, it crushes the plant, and then it's got to restart its growing process. So my husband told me when I come out here today, don't go driving in it, being real careful. Now here's a little shot of George and I.
And me.
This grass is chest high right now. We brought buckets of water, 10 gallons per tree to 5 trees. The creek is halfway between this hayfield and the house. Wait up for Becky. Okay. So that was a lot of weight carrying those buckets up here. So, brought some water out. It was 80 degrees, 90 degrees for days. So, all the trees are doing good. You can't even hardly see where they're at. One tree's up over there. Maybe you can see it from me holding the camera up. Another one's way over there. Another one's beyond this hill. This is our original hayfield. If you look back years ago, there's a video of the kids being very, very little, and we came out here to reseed bare spots that didn't take. And our dog Buddy. So this is the start of the dirt piles right here where we found that scrap metal. And we had parked the Suburban right here. So you can see it's all a little bit lower. Let's find our row. I can kind of see where it is. Oh yes. This is Murdoch's wonderful seeding. 4 weeks later, almost 1 month exactly, 2 more days. And he had planted this so dense. But it's coming up, it's filling back in, and if you look ahead, you can just see the slightest difference in the row where the grass heads lean in sideways. Oh yeah, see here? This is where he started. So we've got some weeds growing in it too, but that was the reason for seeding it, so that it doesn't get so bad. But I just can't believe this stuff that he planted. The new plants are above the top of my foot. Look at Jack. Jack's standing in the grass behind you. This is our hayfield right now. Jack is 5'4". We have got to get cutting. Everything is here for putting the baler back together. The paint's drying on it. A couple parts need some more coats today. So this is the update on the hayfield, everybody. It's growing great. The barn is empty and it is time to fill it. So remember, hit that like button. Remember the little bell in the corner for notifications. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.